Hello, I'm Tiny Pirate. Welcome to North Korea Best Korea. Since we last played, our city has grown to a pretty impressive 148,000 souls. The only problem with this is that Pyongyang is now playing extremely slowly. As you can see, cars and buses are just chugging along, not very great speeds at all. Even on max speed, things are going pretty slow, so yeah, that's been a bit of a frustration. But we have managed to achieve quite a lot. So first of all, on this hillside we have built the Gaia or Eden project. All of our property values are very high. Of course, down at the other end of the ridgeline we have the Hadron Collider, keeping education up. And across the city we have built new suburbs. For example, Australiaville here, it's got an Aussie rules pitch, and all the citizens are preparing to invade Australia by learning their ways, which mostly involves drinking Fosters, being extremely rude, and having barbecues in their backyards. So Australiaville, well underway there, training our next cadre of troops. Across the rest of the city here, suburbs have expanded out in great swaths. We have added new amazing attractions, Gula's huge Kingdom Tower, and just generally added to the city and expanded it. But as stated, things are starting to get quite slow, and we're having a hard time keeping up with other demands from the citizens as well, such as goods. So these businesses keep failing too. On top of that, well, citizens are complaining. They are not the best citizens. They like some of the stuff going on here, but we're seeing far too many complaints. With that in mind, Dear Leader has come up with a solution to all this complaining, and to the slowness and lethargy that we now see amongst the mighty citizens of Pyongyang. And the solution? He has ordered the construction of a giant poocano. Here it is. It looks like a toilet because that is where the city's wastewater now goes. Isn't it impressive? Look how massive this thing is. It's only a mild coincidence that it has these guiding lines here pointing towards the city. And unfortunately, Dear Leader has ordered me to push this large red button. I don't know what it's going to do. I guess we'll find out. My God, what has Dear Leader done? The walls of the poocano are breached. The flood descends on the poor town of Pyongyang. Run, citizens! Flee! Flee for your lives! Not even the dulcet tones of the marching bands of North Korea can protect you now. And did you realize that you've probably now been listening to about an hour of North Korean marching music? Who would have thought that was ever a possibility in your life? This is what the channel brings to you. Amazing new experiences. Meanwhile, the poocano is starting to devour the city. Not exactly moving at a great deal of speed. Yeah, run, tractor! Get out of here! Flee! Flee! No, citizen, you are running the wrong way. You are running the exact wrong way. It's time to flee. Walls of water rushing through the streets. It's going to spell the end for Pyongyang, unfortunately. The seagulls can't save you now, Camp 17. You have displeased Dear Leader, and this is how he has chosen to punish you. Who are we to question why the poocano walls were breached? Simply, we must understand that they were. And now we are facing the wrath of Dear Leader in the form of an avalanche of our own feces. My God, there's so much water. Pyongyang is beginning to flood pretty extensively now. And the water is moving extremely quickly through the streets and across the town. The great and mighty city of Pyongyang falls before the leader's wrath. Pointing at the poocano will not help you now, statue. Not even Dear Leader's face can stop the onslaught of the poocano flood. Our once proud university district smothered in a sea of feces. Students everywhere accusing each other of farting first. Socialist fairyland entirely underwater. Only those at the top of the Ferris wheel praying for some kind of relief from the onslaught. And perhaps praying that the water doesn't get any higher. So this is cool. I don't know what's causing this, but we're getting these neat wave effects run through the city. I don't know if it's the water hitting the coast. Wow. Wow, look how flat this is. This is amazing. I'm honestly very impressed, dear leader. I mean, look at it. It's happened so fast. I wasn't sure the water would breach the banks here, but I mean, the entire city here is underwater. And do we have more to come? Poocano has almost completed its flooding, but yeah, this is astounding. Now what we need is Kevin Costner to film a really terrible movie here. The good news is, with almost no traffic and all the Sims leaving the city, the game is running a lot faster. As the Poocano flood subsides, we're seeing the city slowly being abandoned by its residents. That's the sound you can hear. I'm sure they're all destined for a labour camp somewhere. Fitting image here, I think, of our dear leader's father, surrounded by ruins. The destruction of Pyongyang almost complete and total. With the Poocano having done its work, it's time to say goodbye to North Korea. It's been a lot of fun running this Let's Play. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. If you enjoy this sort of content, interesting Let's Plays, tip videos, builder and sandbox games, make sure you subscribe. Love to have you along for the series we plan in the future. Until then, I've been Tiny Pirate, coming to you from the stinking, muddy streets of Pyongyang. Good night.